from using physical ballots to the EVMs.
After independence till 1952, India was run by an interim legislature known as the Indian Constituent Assembly. The Election Commission is an independent constitutional authority brought into force from November 26, 1949, whereas most of its other provisions were made effective from January 26, 1950, when the Constitution of India became effective. The first ever elections were held on the basis of universal adult franchise, which is associated with Article 326 of the Indian Constitution. It states that all citizens, regardless of their caste, education, religion, gender, color, race and economic conditions, are free to vote, and anyone over the age of 21 years old could cast their franchise. The voting age in India was reduced to 18 years by the 61st Constitutional Amendment in 1989. India has an interesting story from how its elections transitioned from voting via ballot paper to electronic voting machines and then to VVPATs, that is, voter verifiable paper audit trail. During the 1952 elections, a low level of literacy was a major challenge. There were over 173 million voters, most of them had no experience of voting. So, in the first elections in India, the symbols of respective candidates were affixed on ballot boxes to facilitate voters. No mark was made on the ballot paper to cast a vote. The ballot paper was simply put by the voter in a box carrying the symbol of the candidate of their choice. This helped preserve the secrecy of the vote as well as enabled voters to vote as per their choice. The ballot paper was replaced for the first time with electronic voting machines in 1982 on an experimental basis for by-elections to Parur Assembly constituency in the South Indian state of Kerala. The Representation of People Act 1951 was amended in 1989 to provide for the use of EVMs. General elections from the year 2004 have been conducted via EVMs only. Thus, technology became an integral part of the electoral process. In 2013, the Voter Verifiable Paper Audit Trail or VVPAT was introduced to enable a voter to verify that their vote has only gone to the candidate of their choice. A printer attached with the EVM in the voting compartment prints the name and symbol of the candidate for whom a voter has voted. This printed slip remains exposed for 7 seconds under a transparent window and gets cut automatically and falls into a drop box which remains sealed. A VVPAT was first used in Noksen, an assembly constituency of the northeast Indian state of Nagaland, in the September of 2013. As a pilot project in the year 2014, Indian general elections, 8 out of 543 parliamentary constituencies used the VVPAT system. During 2019 general elections, VVPATs were deployed in all polling stations of the country. Election Commission of India believes that the introduction of VVPAT has brought utmost transparency and credibility in the EVM-based voting system and conclusively put to rest all misinformed doubts and misgivings regarding these machines and the voting process. Antara Sinha for DD India.
India slammed